Hi, welcome to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman 2 video. This time we're in Miami and we're doing two challenges: Don't Drink and Drive and Under the Sea. So for this one we are going to be using poison, and we're going to be starting in the medical bay for this reason. It's the easiest access to the poison, so it just saves faffing around and having to find a way in here. So we start here and we're just going to grab the poison straight away. Next thing we're going to do is get a race marshal disguise, because we need to stop the race. So, well, we don't just need to stop it, we actually need to disqualify Moses Lee. So to do that we're just going to get the race marshal disguise. And I've actually found a more simple way than I think I've used in the past to get one, which is over here. So I'm going to throw a coin just near this dumpster, and one of the race marshals will go over to investigate the noise. I've brought a fish with me, and I'm going to use the fish to knock the race marshal out. Out of the two places I've seen where you can actually stop the race or use the race marshal disguise, I've actually decided that this is the most easy one to use, because the other one, there are two of them in very close proximity to one another. Whereas in this area, one, they are quite far apart, and the second reason is this other race marshal is not an enforcer to the race marshal disguise. So it just allows a lot of easier access to the area. So as you can see, Sierra is quite a way away, so I can't actually disqualify Moses Lee yet. But we're just going to wait here until she does a lap and comes around. First of all, I want to apologise as well if there's any skipping in the game footage. I had to record this off my PlayStation rather than the capture software I use, and unfortunately it does tend to skip. I've not found any logical reason for this. So if any of you have experienced this bug and you want to help me correct it, leave a comment, but until that is sorted there will be times when I record on the PlayStation and little skips will happen. But just going back to that, we've disqualified Moses Lee. So what we're going to do now is get a disguise that's suitable to get near the trophy where Sierra will drink the champagne and get poisoned. So you can get in the area with this one, but you can't actually get near the trophy. So what we're going to do is get the race event, or the event crew disguise. I'm not 100% sure what it's called off the top of my head. But the idea is we go through this door. Now you don't have to knock this guy out, because there is a disguise in the room right next to it. But I just found it easier just knocking him out and taking the disguise off him. So we're just going to drop him in this crate, take the disguise. And like I say, we can go all the way to the trophy now without getting stopped. It's actually very simple, this, because as you can see, we're just going to go around here just to avoid having to walk past an enforcer. And from this point, there's actually no one stopping you. And it's not bad by any stretch, that, but it would be better if there was a bit more of an obstacle, I'll admit, because this is actually too simple in the sense that it wouldn't be bad if you had to have a certain disguise on up here. But now you can do it in pretty much any disguise. Even though you're poisoning the trophy, there's no one in the spectator stands who suddenly captures you. So I'm not against this as a challenge, but equally it would have been good if you had to be like a waiter or something. So we're going to go through this area now, and the idea is that once the race is over, Robert comes down to greet Sierra. We're going to get to Robert before he goes to Sierra. You can wait a while and use the Florida Man challenge to get Robert, but I actually think this is the more efficient way to do it. So again, it's entirely up to you, and equally it also depends what opportunities you're using. So if you are only doing the Under the Sea one, you might want to wait for a separate challenge to do Sierra and then come back for this. But I thought these two challenges really meshed well together, because it gave me a chance to do a few things with Sierra, and then Robert's kill pretty much had a little bit of a wait before I had to move on. I took a wrong turn in there, so yeah, that was a bit awkward. So we're going to go through the aquarium area, and we're going to go and get a lockpick from the front of the Kronstadt building. The only reason I'm getting a lockpick is you can shoot the gate near the helicopter exit, but when I tried it in a previous playthrough I got caught, and I was really unhappy at that, because it was right at the very end, and yeah, it just really annoyed me. Even that now it still annoys me, because I think, why did that guard have to hear the gunshot? It was a silenced gunshot for the record as well, so yeah. Sorry I got drawn in by the television. They're talking about Colombia, and they've obviously got little quotes from the previous game like Jordan Cross and Klaus Hugo Strandberg. Yeah, sorry, I love watching the TV in the game right now. But yeah, the helicopter really annoyed me, so I brought a lockpick with me this time, just to be clear. So yeah, I was a little bit annoyed. I've actually captured it, well not captured, I've kept the recording where it shows the challenges popping up because I did get all the challenges completed in that walkthrough. It's just that at the last possible moment, I got caught for trespassing, so it's like, well, what do you do? So, as you can see, I'm just waiting for Robert, and he is nearly here. There's a question I would wager how to split them up, because you could decide, right, I'm going to send one of them down the stairs and I'll let Robert go through. I wouldn't do that. I'd try and do it how I do, which is let Robert go through the door and just bump the guard a little bit before you knock him out. Not let him turn around, but bump him a little so that it just stops him. That way there's a bit of a gap between Robert and his bodyguard. Robert won't hear the bodyguard get knocked out, and before Robert goes down the stairs in the room next door, you can still get him. So as you can see, the little bump, knock out, and we can still catch him. It's a silly little idea, but it's better than just letting the gap stay short and Robert can hear the knock. So again, it's your call, but I would advise keeping them together, well, just doing the bump rather than letting Robert go to Sierra and having to wait for him to come back. So again, that's your call, but that's the way I did it here, and I just thought it was the most efficient way to do it. Whilst you've got this guy down here, drop his body in a crate and take his disguise, just for the simple reason we're going up to the helicopter, so you want a disguise to get up there. Equally, what we're going to do now is just drag Robert into the aquarium. The difficulty at this point is that there are two enforcers in the room, or there will be enforcers once we're dragging the body. So you've got to time it. You can't afford to just drag it through, which I again did in the playthrough. I wasn't looking, and as you can see, the two of them are just walking this way, so if I had tried it, I would have been caught. You could use the time before all of this happens to actually knock the two of them out. There wouldn't be a problem with that. I am against that, just for the fact that, you don't want to be knocking enforcers or NPCs out if you don't have to. And you don't really have to, you just have to remain patient, which can be difficult in this game, I will admit. But yeah, just wait it out. They do walk away. As soon as they start walking away, you can afford to actually drag Robert, because once they've got the backs to you, they don't turn around for a considerable amount of time, which is enough to actually drag him. I mean, I even glitched there and took cover, and I still managed to get him into position. So if I'm in your shoes, just stay patient, wait for him to move. And as you can see, I've got him in position. I'm going to shoot the shark up above, well, shoot the wires holding it anyway. I'm going to use the keycard on this door, and we're going to make our way up to the helicopter. Now, as you can see, Sierra still isn't dead, so we have got a little bit of wait for the helicopter, but Sierra does die pretty much bang on time, as you'd like it. The one difficulty I encountered is that you can't actually get into the helicopter room as such. You can't get into the helicopter area because there's just someone waiting there. So unfortunately you do have to just wait it out and wait for this guy to move. But it isn't, again, it's just little beats that slow you down. But again, it's nothing too intolerable. You can't wait it out. Or you can't not wait it out, should I say. So we just go through these doors here, and if I'm right, the enforcer should be there. Well, it's not an enforcer, it's just a guard waiting. He's having a smoke break, and yeah, we just gotta wait for him, because as you can see, I've got to lockpick the door, and if I try and lockpick it with him there, he will see me, so I've just got to wait for him to bugger off. So while he's just finishing his smoke, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, could you please leave it a like? I'm aiming to get 5 likes on as many videos as possible, so if you could be the one of 5, I would appreciate it. If you're enjoying Hitman 2, subscribe to the channel. I'm releasing content as regularly as I can create it. And other than that, I'd like to say thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. This has been Josh. Bye for now.